Now, while the late former President Buhari is commended in some quarters, his tenure is marred by controversies across board. Now, let's discuss further. Public affairs analyst Nelson Ekujumi joins me on the news. Many thanks for your time, Mr. Ekujumi. Now, what's your impression of the late Buhari as a civilian president, from 2015 to 2023?
Okay, thank you very much. I think first and foremost, I want to commiserate with former President Buhari's family, the people of Daura and the Daura Emirates, people of Katsina State, and the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I pray that may Allah grant former President Muhammadu Buhari Al-Jannat Firdaus. If you look at his administration from 2015 to 2023, you recognize that he came into governance again, just like he did when he assumed power after the military overthrow of the civilian president in 1983. He came at an auspicious occasion to save the Nigerian economy and the people from moral and economic bankruptcy. This was a man who came in when terrorists are taking over some states in Nigeria. He also came in at a time when states in Nigeria were owing backlog of salaries, and within a short time, he gave bailout funds to these states who were owing years and months of salaries to workers, and he also ensured that the Nigerian government frontally confronted the terrorists and recovered the territories of Nigeria. And you cannot also take away the fact that under President Muhammadu Buhari, the Nigerian military, most especially the Air Force, never had it so good. I remember the Chief of Air Staff coming out boldly to say before the coming into office of President Muhammadu Buhari that the Nigerian Air Force had only one functional fighter jet. But by the time President Muhammadu Buhari left office in 2023, the Nigerian Air Force had an avalanche or fighter jets that were deployed for various, security missions for the Nigerian people. As at the last count, we had over 50 brand new fighter jets. You look at the economy, President Muhammadu Buhari came into office at the time that Nigeria was an importer of everything under the sun. And by the time he left office, Nigeria became a net producer and exporter of rice, staple food in Nigeria. By the time President Muhammadu Buhari left office, Nigeria survived COVID-19 that shut down the global economy, of which even 5 years after, the global economy is still reeling from its after effect. So this was a leader, a father, a compassionate human being, a devout Muslim, a compassionate family man, and a patriot, a nationalist, a unifier, and a man of measured words, who gave his all to his fatherland. For a large chunk of President Muhammadu Buhari's life, he served Nigeria as a military general. He joined the Nigerian military in 1962, and since then, he has been in public life serving the Nigerian people till 2023, when he exited political life. And even as outside political life or public life, he was still a fountain of wisdom and knowledge by those who desired. So President Muhammadu Buhari, 8 years in governance, are years we can treasure. His infrastructural renewal with little resources is unmatched and unparalleled. I don't know about tomorrow. The roads, the bridges, the hospital, the railway. When President Muhammadu Buhari came into office in 2015, the last time we used railway in Nigeria was close to about 30 to 40 years. But under President Muhammadu Buhari today, Nigerians can travel by rail. Under President Muhammadu Buhari, Nigeria diversified the economy. If you remember, in 2022, the Minister for Finance came out and said the Nigerian economy was surviving only on non-oil exports because the total oil proceeds was being used to subsidize, was being used for fuel subsidy. So President Muhammadu Buhari was a man that came, that has left his footprints in the sand of time. And we cannot but continue to treasure his contributions to humanity, his selfless service to fatherland, his sincerity to humanity, and his service to his maker. We pray, I pray once again that the Almighty Allah will grant him Al-Jannat Firdaus.
Tributes there, but now finally and very briefly, what unique qualities do you believe Buhari would be remembered for?
Buhari will be remembered as an incorruptible, disciplined, a humble man, and a selfless leader. That is his greatest quality. He's a man like the former military head of state, General Abdul Salam Abubakar, told us from London. He said they were in the same hospital receiving treatment. That President Muhammadu Buhari is a man, if he gives you his word, let heaven fall, he will not shift. He was a man of few words. He was a man of integrity. He was a man of impeccable character. He was a man that the people loved. And you can see that even in his death, people are mourning. But for some of us, we are celebrating a fulfilled life, a life lived in the service of God and man.
Mr. Nelson Ekujimi, thank you very much for your contribution. We appreciate it.